lovelies. Thank you so much for clicking. You are very welcome to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever it is on the corner of the globe that you are watching me from. I appreciate it. And if this is the first time you're clicking on any video on YouTube and seeing my face, hi, hello, you are welcome. My name is Angela, and I would appreciate it if you click on the red button there that says subscribe, so that you join a member of my family, help the channel to grow, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Today I'm going to be talking about my own opinion on this contentious topic. I'm sure everybody has his own opinion on it, on submission. The only thing we know is the book of Ephesians chapter 5 20, 21 and 22, right, talks about submission. But the Bible does not give us in detail, it just says submission, but there's no detail about what submission is. So therefore, it leaves the place just void and open, and therefore everybody comes with all sorts of subjective interpretations of what submission really is. But I realize that it's a big deal for people. It's a big deal for both men and women, because it can bring friction inside a marriage. And the first thing I would like us to say is, let us even define that submission. It is, I think for me, submission is yielding to the authority of a superior force. You understand that kind of thing? That's just to put it in very simple terms. Now, there's a lot of misconception about this submission from men. As a matter of fact, a few days ago, I saw this thread on Facebook where they were talking about submission, and they were asking men, when you say you want a submissive woman, what do you mean by it? And you needed to see, they didn't even know what exactly it is they wanted. Or some of them knew it, but deep in their heart, they didn't want to come out and say it. That for the average man, submission just boils down to one thing: control. They are looking for somebody that they can control, they can tell what to do. So submission and subservience is kind of the same to them. It means that when there is a conflict between what you think needs to be done and what your wife thinks needs to be done, then it is your own will and your will alone that should be followed. That kind of thing. So that's what they want. You know, nobody is going to question them again. You have now become an Oga General, you know, general at the top. Nobody can tell you anything. You do as you wish, and your own is to express the wish. Your wife is going to go and do it. But guy, if you know that that is your opinion of submission, that's what you think submission is, then you are very wrong and sorely mistaken. I think that for a lot of women, I'm here to tell you what you need to do in order to get your wife to be submissive to you. Submission, from the perspective of women, is a response to sound leadership. And truth be told, all of us like the baby girl lifestyle. Whoever you see us, all of us like it. We want to be married to a man. Me, you think I want to sit down here and be disturbing myself about whatever it is you want to think of? Of course not. I don't really want to be the one to be making those decisions. But such is life. When we are adults, there are some decisions that we just have to make, and you have to treat the woman in your life like the adult that she is. But in a home, in a marriage, when you show sound leadership consistently, you are growing the family. We can see that you are taking us in the right direction. You don't have to go about demanding for submission from anybody. In case you think submission is about kneeling down to pound fufu for you, no. Women, we can kneel down and pound fufu, and deep down in our hearts we disrespect you or we despise you. It doesn't have anything to do with us. Submission is a natural consequence for sound leadership for us. If every day you are doing your things the right way, when it is time we need a man to stand up, we don't have to worry about the bills. We don't need to worry about the school fees. We don't need to worry about being protected or not being protected. Nobody is going to refuse to be submissive to you. If you see yourself not being submitted to, let's put that submission in quotes, it means there's something you have not done. And I'm not here to make you feel bad or anything, but that's just the way it is. Okay? So just be the man in that family. Be the protector. Be the provider. And now that's a very big deal for a lot of Nigerian men. Because we don't understand how we can be paying bills in the house. They have no problems coming around to say women should bring 50%. So I will bring 50% of the bills in the house. Or in some cases, even 100%. Or in some cases, you find that the woman is the sole breadwinner. Then she'll be submissive to you. If you want somebody like that, brother, go and look for a robot and program it the way you want. The robot will do as you tell it. If you say stand up, to stand up. If you say go and pound fufu, to pound fufu. If you say throw the fufu away and make more, the robot will make it without questioning you. But when you are dealing with a human being that has her senses intact, created in the image and likeness of God, then you want her to come and just sit around doing as you say. and not question you at all. Now, it's not even about doing as you say and then not questioning you, but submitting to you when you are taking wrong decisions. For example, how can I submit to a decision where a man says he does not want to put our children in school? You are not serious now. I'm going to show you that in that house, me too, I know how to take leadership roles. So when we see a man making smart decisions, sound decisions, that is taking the family forward, not the kind of man who can maybe spend all his time in the beer parlors, you drink away your children's future, then the woman will go and work hard for her own money and come and submit it to you so you can drink more in the beer parlor with it. Of course not. Submission, because the Bible says, okay, the head of the house is the man. It is a call to leadership. It's a call to, the Bible says, he who wants to be great in God's kingdom should learn to be a servant of all. We used to sing that as children, that if you want to be great in God's kingdom, learn to be a servant of all. And yes, it's a position of service. So how well have you served your family? Very well. If you show your wife how much you love her by serving her household very, very well, by taking up those leadership roles, by being the protector of the home, we don't have to be afraid that this or that, whatever it is that the woman is insecure about, and she can be sure that there's a man she can defer to. Why would she not be submissive to you? Why would she not be submissive to you, for crying out loud? I'm asking you this question. But some men, they will sit around, they didn't do anything. Oh. They are seeing a plate of rice in that house. You are not the one who provided it. You don't know where it came from. She has to go and beg the landlord every time the rent is due, or even pay it herself. She has to pay the school fees herself. She has to protect herself from whatever it is. So what does she need you for? That you come around demanding that you want to be submitted to. These are the you, my brothers, to think about today as I make this video, okay? Submission should not have anything to do with, next time please, I don't want to hear this conversation, these talks when it comes out again about how it is who is going to pound fufu, who will take the plate to the kitchen after we finish eating, or giving you all sorts of sex styles and not questioning you at all, no matter what you do. If you are married to somebody who does not question anything you do, won't you be afraid? Won't you be afraid? I will be afraid if I marry a woman that does not question me at all. And a lot of you, that's what you want, because you think you are perfect or that you know everything. But there are some topics and some issues that a woman will have more insight than you. And within that context, it is important for you to defer to her. If you are married to a lawyer, for example, why not defer to her on matters of law? Hear her advice first before you people take any decision jointly, because whatever decision you take, she's going to live with the consequence as well. So always hear her opinion. You can't sit around saying you are Mr. I can't be questioned, because the Bible says be submissive, so therefore you serve me with your all. And there's all sorts of things that they say. So if she's serving you, what are you doing? What are you now doing? So these are the issues that I want us to take into consideration. Submission is not about pounding fufu. Submission is not about washing clothes. They are so mundane. Some of these things, they are just because poverty is generating them. If you, for example, have a machine that can pound fufu and can do the laundry, why should it be a big deal? Why won't you want a wife that is going to stand up and go, and both of you will conquer territories together? You are always looking for who will stay in your house to pound fufu for you. So please, next time, if you want to discuss this submission, if you are a lady listening to me, see submission from another different perspective. Now, baby girl lifestyle God won't give us. It is baby girl lifestyle that God wanted to give us. But so therefore, you find a man that is worth being submitted to. Critically watch him, how he progresses, how he goes from one stage of his life to the other, or is he the kind of person who is stagnant, going around giving excuses? Then you submit to him, you are going to be submitting to those excuses too. Take this into consideration before you go and marry any bros here that will come and start telling you that you need to pound fufu for him. I don't know why this pounding fufu one is so annoying for me. And if you are listening to me, you are not Nigerian, you will not understand how the debate rages on about whose responsibility is it to pound fufu, whether cooking is for women or not. It's so mundane for me, but these are the issues. Please put yourself, do the thing that is going to make a woman to submit to you by herself. Okay, if you give her sound leadership, we will submit. Period. And not sound leadership by mouth. And you don't have to go about bullying anybody. I'm not saying by bullying or by demanding. No, we will know if you are leading the house very well. Unless you are married to someone who doesn't think, she will know. She will know. Therefore, Bikono, guys, babes, Thank you all for listening to me. I appreciate that you stay till the end. If you did not take anything from me, remember that Ajala said that we will not submit, women will not submit to what is behind them, we will only submit to progress. Therefore, that is the best way to get a woman to submit to you. It's not by bullying her, it's not by beating or trying to manipulate or anything. Just be progressive, be smart, be forward thinking, and you will see submission is going to follow you like fly. Wah, wah, wah. Shikenan. If you stayed with me till the end, up till this time, then it means that you really enjoyed it. I'm waiting for your comments in the comment section, and I promise to reply everybody. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in my next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.